My best trade from the morning was on AHPI, so I just wanted to talk a bit about it. I thought it was very interesting, an explosive move that I enjoyed playing a lot. I love these explosive halt plays. They're a ton of fun to try to catch, pretty challenging. I just want to talk a bit about it. So, this is a name that I've played many times in the past. It was a huge runner. It was a virus ticker, and it's been washing out because really the company hasn't been putting out any PRs. They haven't had anything going on. So it's really just been washing out. However, recently had 6 red days in a row. So after the 6 red days and it got to a support zone around the 880 area, I watched it for a few days to see, okay, is it ready to bounce here? And it just nothing happened. No development on the intraday charts that would make me want to get involved. So I just waited and it washed out more. And this time it went to 765. Now what I'll say is, for something that breaks the support, that 880 area was very, very key. Now, when something has this many red days in a row and can't bounce, and then it breaks a key level, this should have sold off very hard. In my opinion, this should have went to the 6s. So when it doesn't do that, and it's already had so many red days, the gears in my head started to turn. I'm like, wait a second, this might reverse quite hard, because it's not dropping the way that I think people would expect as far as shorts. So I was watching it this morning. Now the day before, on this day, I actually did take a $30 loss because I was trying to time the bounce and I mistimed it. Took 500 shares, quick cut when I realized I was wrong, and I didn't play it again. So I lost $30 yesterday. Today, you can see that it actually has a gap up, which is very interesting. So it gapped up pre-market, opened a bit down, but you can see it started to uptrend. I almost took an 840 entry. Almost took it, but I just wasn't quite comfortable. Just seeing it go to 760 the day before, there wasn't a whole lot of bid support. I just wasn't quite comfortable. So I waited. All of a sudden, starts to creep up between 850 and 860. I get quite interested because, if this is the bounce day, I need to get ready. So I had my shares ready to go. Now what happened next was a instant buy indicator. What happened is 50,000 plus shares appeared on the bid, maybe even 70,000, and they moved it up. So they moved 75,000 shares to 875. It instantly moved the entire bid up. And at that point, I wasn't thinking any longer. I was pressing the buy button. So I bought 300 shares. The reason why I went with such small size is because, in a way, I kind of felt like this was a high entry price, a risky entry price. So I decided to go with a small share size. I play it safe. It's okay. If I wanted to go heavy, I should have gotten involved the day before or in the morning in the 830s, 840s. But you see what happens, it goes straight up into a halt. Now, you say, okay, that's 75,000 shares. What is that? Is that a short trying to cover? Is that a long? Because potentially, maybe this long realizes the things that I realized, that the selling is done. It failed to crack when key support broke down. So maybe this is just somebody who decided to place a large bid prop to get it to surge without even intention of getting filled. Perhaps they were just confident that they weren't going to get filled, but already had a position and they felt they could surge it up. Like, look, the games that these big money players play, very high level games, it could have been a long, could have been a short. I do not know. But I'm just a little guy with 300 shares along for the ride. So I basically had a sitting limit set for when it got unhalted. It dipped. Well, it didn't really dip, but out of the halt, it didn't look that great. However, momentum did start to come in, and then I did get my 1074 hit, which I was happy with. It was a $580 play. I just locked in profits. Sure, it could go higher. That's alright. And it did. It actually did go into 1133, into another halt. But as you can see, it opened very weak out of that halt and lost all the gains back. So, all in all, this is a very appropriate sell point. Locked in good profits. And, you know, after that, I was up around 600. And I held on to my gains. I just kept playing it slow all day. Took the setups I was comfortable with. I didn't get FOMO. Probably the most liquid day I've ever seen on the market. Across the board, every single name was trading just absurd volume. I've never quite seen anything like it. TMDI, I don't think I've ever seen volume like this. 90 million on such a penny ticker. The liquidity lately is unheard of. And so that can make you get some FOMO. I was fighting FOMO, but I did a great job fighting it. I was just appreciative of the gains that were adding up. I ended the day up $1,500, so very happy with my day. Sure, I could be doing a lot better. You know, a lot of people in the community have been killing it. I mean, the list just is too long to even name names, but I'll name Jackaroo Trades, because he's somebody I look up to, and he's absolutely killing it. He had a 40,000 plus day. Inspiring stuff, you know, like I inspired to be able to pull something like that off. So, very exciting. Again, if you're not making money, if you had a red day, look, it's okay. It's okay. You can't compare your journey to somebody else's. Just got to take it one day at a time. So, yeah, I think I traded great today overall. And just love this AHPI trade. I guess I should say that I wasn't looking for long-term gain on this. It was just a scalp because, again, there's no PR. There's no reason to stay in this for too long. It's just was a good spot for a panic for shorts to cover, which pushes the price up. I took advantage of that. I locked in profits. Already lost all those gains back. Will probably drop lower tomorrow. Alright. Thanks for watching the video. You can like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you on the next one.